Hi, I'm Neil Hunt, Digital Content Lead for TV Connect, and I'm here with Jamie Hindhaugh, the Chief Operating Officer of BT Sport. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Neil.
So, it's been a busy couple of years for BT Sport, 4K being introduced. How have you found that? What was the challenge like there?
So we're only 3.5 years old, full stop, and we launched 4K as a consumer proposition on the 1st of August 2015, so it's our second year. And the biggest challenge for us at the time was having a set-top box that could actually enable 4K to go into the home. We've already, as part of BT, got BT Infinity, so you've got the bandwidth, so it's an IP-delivered station. And we took the decision because, from a production perspective, it's one of those technologies that everyone was talking about but no one was doing it. So we actually built Europe's first 4K truck to actually carry out the production. And for the first year, we had dual workflows. So we had a completely separate production team doing 4K alongside the HD production team. Now that had some downfalls because it meant you had separate commentary, you had separate build-up, and I wasn't totally happy with that because for me, 4K is premium content. And therefore you want the premium experience from the audience, and they want that water cooler moment where they're engaging. Did you see what Jake said? Whereas if you're watching it in 4K for the first year, you didn't have that. And also budgetary. I mean, it's expensive doing two workflows. So in the first year, we did about 79 live events, ranging from squash, MotoGP, football, rugby, and we did it in that way. But then we took the real challenge on, which was we need to make it editorially stronger. So we pioneered, and we did pioneer the workflows that other organisations now use, where we have a single truck. We capture all our content live in 4K with 4K cameras, and it goes into a Kahuna switch, which converts to SD, HD, and 4K. So one form of capture, three forms of distribution that come out of the back. What that enabled us to do was basically enhance our offering, and I think now this season, from the 1st of August last year, we've done 270 live 4K events broadcasted to the home. I think we're the biggest producers of live sport 4K anywhere in the world, and that means more content, more compelling, and we're really proud of what we've done with that actually.
And what's the customer feedback been like? I mean, we heard earlier from Turner about kind of them following customer demand and not necessarily pushing new technology onto customers. Now, obviously, we all want to see if it's offside or if it was a goal or not. Yeah. So, what's the feedback been like on the 4K sport?
It's really positive. So we have an editorial driver that drives everything we do, which is to be at the heart of sport. So I don't do innovation for the sake of it. I don't push things on customers they don't want. But what we want to do, and what customers tell us they want, is if they're not at the game, they want to feel like they're at the game. So therefore, better pictures, better sound, absolutely critical in that. And So we've done it in that way, and the thing I think is really important around sport's a shared experience, and people like to gather to watch it. People tend to be going towards big screens. It seems to be big screens and little screens now. That picture quality, when you see a crowd shot in 4K, you can pick out what everyone's wearing. It makes you feel like you're there, and the reaction's been really positive. And I still have people who come in my house when I've got it on and stop dead and look at the quality, because it is a big step change from HD, as big a step change as it was from SD to HD actually. Okay. So we're really pleased with it, and our audiences are liking it and engaging with it. And this year we did another world first, so you may have seen from the 31st of January, we now incorporate Dolby Atmos into our 4K pictures, so Dolby Atmos 3D sound. So we literally have anywhere in the world the best pictures and the best sound, and it's that immersive thing, which is where we're next going with 360 actually. And it's all being driven by being at the heart of sport. It's editorial. It's not what technology allows you to do, it's what you allow technology to do for you, and that's really, really important.
Okay, and you mentioned 360 there. Yeah. Is that the next? What are the big challenges around that? I mean, obviously, you don't deliver it on television for a start.
Watch this space. It's quite interesting. So we've already done a live Premier League game with 3 cameras in 360 that we broadcast to a BT Sport VR app that we did it in a controlled environment. So we just did it in EE stores so people could walk in and experience it. If you watched Comic Relief last week, BT Sport, we actually created a 4-minute original comedy shot in 360 for comic relief.
Yeah.
So moving away from sport, but it's about trying the technologies and using it. We've already announced we are doing the Champions League final in VR, but we're going one step further. So we're actually doing a 7-camera editorial cut. So it's the same as you curate HD, we're curating that with your own comms, own graphics in virtual reality. And the important thing, and you said about it being on TV, is the magic window. So it's not just the stereoscopic putting the goggles on, but it's actually when you can look at it on your app and you can move it around. Little things like Chromecast and that, you can start moving that around on your big screen. So, and it gives you that opportunity to, again, be at the heart of sport. So you've got the best pictures, the best sound, and then you've got the opportunity to feel that immersive feeling around the content within it.
And then I suppose, you mentioned, I suppose, a couple of things there. One is, one is the kind of broadening it away from sport into entertainment. Is that something that BT are looking to do more?
No, we pride ourselves in BT Sport, and we launched as a sports entertainment channel. So we make programming around sport that has a more comedic or entertainment type feel. The reason we did the comic relief thing was twofold. Firstly, BT's relationship with comic relief, we're big supporters. So it was important for BT to be able to do something different and innovative. Secondly, it gives my producers and our tech teams the opportunity to do something very different. And when you film something like that, you then start looking at openers for the Champions League or documentaries. Is there different ways of doing it? So it was about the fun element, actually.
Yeah.
But it's just road testing stuff, and it was very good. It worked very well.
And I suppose when it comes to kind of, obviously you got over the challenges of live delivery of 4K, what about the challenges of the kind of bandwidth needed, the latency issues with delivering 360?
It's a challenge. If you've got good bandwidth or if you've got good Wi-Fi connections, you can get it. It's actually not as heavy as you would think. And for me, the longer term, it's about snack sizes. It's not about the long games, particularly. I mean, we're doing it for the Champions League final because that's the world's biggest football event, and you want to do it well and do it properly. But I think compression, etc., technology is coming down, and we're very comfortable with what we're doing at the moment and how we can deliver it.
Brilliant. Jamie, thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Brilliant.